I guess, I've got to ask, Hollywood has kind of taken on politics often, not always well.
Sure.
Did that influence or inspire you to make this film in any way?
Well, sure. I mean, I've always been a fan of movies like The Candidate and even Dave and the kind of, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington or even like The Great McGinty, like the old Preston Sturges stuff. So certainly influenced in that manner,
Cool.
I've always really loved those films and oftentimes the hopefulness of them, that they may have been addressing something that's corrosive and corrupt, but there was always a sense that maybe the change was around the corner, that there was something that could hit, that could, so yeah, I've certainly always, that had probably some influence in wanting to do something like this.
Well, and there's definitely hope. This is a hopeful, funny, charming movie.
I hope so. I mean, it's meant to maybe, the trick of it is it was sort of designed to make you feel like you were watching a different movie than you're actually watching. So that in the moment when kind of it all comes clear what's going on, you could step back and go, oh, right, maybe this system that we've created around our elections isn't necessarily serving the purpose that it's intended to serve. And just to think about that, it certainly is not particularly solutionary, but hopefully it's a fun enough ride that people can get there.
Well, it's also like, I love seeing you work with people like Steve Carell. There's a real trust there, and it's just a beautiful. What was it like working with this cast, specifically with Steve? What was so special about him for this role?
Well, I wrote it for him, and so gave it to him before I showed it to anybody. I didn't show it. So he was on board before we took it to any studio or any other producers or anything along those lines. So he was the first sort of cog in the wheel to start the process going after I had written it. I was really fortunate that he responded to it and that he wanted to do it. And I think because we had worked together so long ago and had, been friends, it made it kind of I think we both just thought, we've been working on other things. Let's just go have some fun together. Let's make this thing that we both find funny, and let's just go have some fun.
Yeah, there's a real sense of that in here. And how much of the script that Chris was saying, a lot of it was improv, and that was kind of new to him. How much did you do work on that?
I think it was, it's pretty mapped out. And then within individual scenes, we would try to add flavor. So you'd sort of, I don't like to rehearse too much because I think it can make things a bit staid. And when you have performers like Steve and Natasha Lyonne and Topher Grace, people that, Rose Byrne, who can bring so much to each scene that you want to just give them solid framework, get that down, and then let them shade it and bring all kinds of other things to it. So they would elevate what was on the page each time, and then it's just my job to try and catch it.
They're getting desperate. This is really just another perfect example of the DC elite trying to dictate how we should live.
That's you're DC elite.
Oh, no, actually, I'm from here. I'm from Deer Lacket.
That's a lie. That's a lie. No, what are you even doing?
I'm from
that's
here.
always a great and spirited discussion.
No, hey, no.
Irresistible. Written and directed by Jon Stewart. In theaters and on demand June 26th. Go to watchirresistible.com for more.